Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy the Crazy Gamer. We're back at it again with another video of Invincible guarding the globe, man. That's right, you're looking at it. You're not seeing things, man. We are back with an updated tier list. You damn right. So don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to comment in the comment section below. Let me know how everybody's doing. We got the event of Battle Beast is like 8 hours away. So let me know what you think. This is the perfect time to do a tier list with the new 2 additions to this tier list, Island and Battle Beast. So guys, stand back, chillax. Grab a couple of coffee, grab a couple of water. Tell everybody, the whole galaxy, that the Crazy Gamer is back at it again with another video. And don't forget to join our Discords. And shout outs to the members of Discords, to the community. You guys are awesome. And you can also join the Asylum by paying $1. You get the best popping content I could possibly bring you guys. The best emojis on the stream. Members videos and all that good stuff. Giveaways. All that jazz coming through courtesy of your boy the Crazy Gamer. So let's get right back on to this tier list, guys. Keep in mind this is based on my gameplay, so you don't see D tier because I got rid of those guys. Those guys in the D tier, that's basically food. And not even, that's basically DNA for the shot. That's basically DNA for the lab. You know, DNA is to get another character. If you have 1.5, you could buy the whole 6 slots. In 250, you could buy 1 slot. You know how that is. Some of the characters be appearing there. Immortal, all those characters be popping up. Even Alien the Alien. So those guys on the D, just hit that automatic button that says automatically retire new common heroes, and that's all you're gonna need. They're not even belong in this tier list. You're not gonna see it. You saw it in the first one, you're not gonna see it here. So let's start like I always like to do my tier list, from the bottom to the top. So guys, the first inductee to this tier list right here will be Ice Top. I still think this character is not really all that, although he is just usable. Like I said, on early games, he's 3 skills. You already know the drill. Back of the line. Ice Top teleports an enemy to the back line, dealing 150 base damage while stealing one of their buff, which is cool for early game. You cannot use these characters on chapter 13. You will get annihilated. I don't care if they're elite plus, exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Exceptional plus, that's the highest rank they go. But this is gonna be food for you guys. This is for early games, for the people who are starting right now. He's a good supported unit for the criminal faction, so he's a great supporter. Don't get me wrong, because his second skill is very good. The Criminal Brotherhood. Ice Top increase the team max HP for 3 for each criminal on the team, and the criminals is getting, you know, stacked up. You got my boy Titan. You got a few of them. And we need more criminals in this game. Battle Beast is from Worlds Beyond. So he's not considered a criminal, even though he was hired by criminals. But he's technically not a criminal, if you guys know what I mean. Isolate and Rejuvenate. That's his last skill for every 14 seconds. Ice Top teleports an ally with low HP to the back line and applies a healing over time buff on them. Healing 10% of the max HP per 3 seconds. That's his best skill, to be honest. So Ice Top, you stay right there, buddy. You're not moving from there. You're just the first inductee. Alright, we're gonna go with our second inductee here. And in my opinion, this hasn't changed for this guy right here. For Tether Tyron, another criminal. This is a defender type character. I just think I see him as food, guys. You can't really blame me. I'm in chapter 13 already. I'm stuck in chapter 13, stage 10. I'm stuck with the Immortals. They are beating me down. I'm getting my units there. So, Tether Tyron, same thing with him. Nothing different about him. Tether Tyron unleashes his symbiote tentacles, dealing an attack in front of him receiving 400 damage and 10 damage, reducing for 6 seconds. That's his first skill. Second skill, Teflon Tyran. When Tether Tyran fights alongside other criminals, which is good, he increases self-defense by 1% for 3 seconds each time an enemy or ally dies. The effect can stack, and each stack renews their lifetime of the buff, max at 10%. So he early unit, man. And then the last one, reach out of grab, unleash his tentacles to create a shield with bonus attack at 10% damage received for 5 seconds, and obtain 5% defense increase that lasts 5 seconds. Once the bounce back disappears, cooldown is 20 seconds. So that's just all for this guy. He stays right there. We're gonna go to the next unit. Macbanite, another criminal. Man, I might as well call tier C the criminal tier. It's literally C for criminals. It's crazy, man. I'm just messing around, guys. This is another Macbanite. This is another food for those titans. For you know what I'm saying? For titans, for the Mauler twins. This is food. First skill, eruption. Macbanite generates straight line lava, dealing 150 damage and applying burn damage that is equal to 105 to all enemies. Hit for 5 seconds. Cooldown 16 seconds. The lightning lava, when Kurust is on the same team, meaning his friend that's about to join this tier list, same rank. When Kurust is in the same team, Macbanite reduce the enemy's max HP by 4%, which is okay, not bad. Ready for aim fire. Macbanite prioritize stun enemies when attacking, and his basic attack against stun enemies apply 25% burn damage for 3 seconds. That boy stays right there, and his friend is coming up next. Oh yeah, Kurust, another criminal. Same thing, guys. This guy is just food. I'm not even gonna go over his skills because this guy is useless. You know what I'm saying? So he stays right there. He's not gonna move from there. Somebody who's gonna join them, I believe. No, he's gonna join them, and I mean like really join them. It's going to be this demonic being, Damien Darkblood, right there. Another criminal right here. You guys are probably thinking, man, he's putting all the criminals on the C tier list, but this is C tier, I should say. But this hasn't changed for me. Remember, these are units. I'm not saying that you can use them. I see him as food right now. And the level that I am, I can't use any of these guys. But at early game, you could try all these teams. From chapter 10 and beyond, join is going to get crazy. Advanced Miracle, Dark Blood bounce from enemy to another, reducing their defense by 10% for 30 seconds while dealing 200 base damage with each impact. Cooldown 13 seconds. That's his first skill. Second skill, Dark Alliance. When an enemy dies, Dark Blood heals his allies from the worlds beyond for 5 HP of max HP. When an ally dies, he increased the critical chance of his allies from the worlds beyond by 10%. So he's gonna work perfectly, for example, with a guy like, not with a guy, but with a character like Beast that he just drive. He's from Worlds Beyond, from Alan the Alien, from all those World Beyond, from the Flaxum leaders, the Flaxum soldiers. They're all from the same faction. So that skill, they're all gonna benefit for that, which is a good skill if you're building a Worlds Beyond team. I have never built a Worlds Beyond team, but if you build that at this time, these guys are gonna get annihilated. Period. They're food, man. Last skill for him, silent and deadly. Once every 1 second, Dark Blood chooses a new target, random, becomes invincible. So it goes to their positioning. He silenced them for 1.5 seconds and deals 200 in base damage. Not a bad skill. You stay right there, buddy. You won't go anywhere. So who else is gonna go here? I think that's just about it. Yeah, let me see. If I had somebody here. Yeah, I have the final inductee here in this. Our boy Arquez stays there for me. That's just me, man. Arquez, you already know the 3 skills that he has. The horse down. Arquez summons a water stream, dealing 180 damage and removes 1 positive stun effect from the enemies. That's his first skill. The second skill, Atlantean A, reduce negativity effect duration of all allies by 2% for every Guardian of the Globe on the team. Not a bad skill. Guardian of the Globes. I'm talking about Immortal. I'm talking about Red Rush. I'm talking about Black Sansom. Talking about War Woman. Martian Man. Martian Man. Said it twice. Duplicate. You already know the drill. So you stay right there, buddy. Now we're gonna go. We're gonna move on up, and we're gonna. This guy actually went up in the ranks, and that is Martian Man. Oh yeah, tier B, man. I gotta say, man, Martian Man is an underrated character for early games. I won't say late game, because late game you are going to get obliterated. So if you're starting off new, man, you could try him out. And I will read his skills for you. The first one, hand it to him, hand to him. Hand it to him. Martian Man enlarges his hand to perform an attack that deals 380 base damage and dispel all beneficial effect. Cooldown 13 seconds. Phase out, phase in. When Martian Man uses his elastic strike ability against an enemy, he increases the enemy's ability to cool down by 5% for each original Guardian of the Globe members present on the team. So you already know the guys I mentioned: Immortal, Black Sansom, War Woman, Red Rush, Green Ghost, Duplicate. Originals. Last skill, stress to your teammates. When Martian Man HP reaches 5%, he melts to the floor and becomes invincible, forcing enemies to change target. And this is actually his best skill. For 3 seconds and heals 10% of his max HP. He screams while emerging from the ground, which increased the team defense by 5% for 3 seconds. The ability has a cooldown of 20 seconds. That's a good ability, not gonna lie. Very good, very handy for combat. So your boy is just gonna stay right there. I'm gonna go with his other friend from the same faction. We will go with Duplicate. And I will not talk about her. No spoilers, Another Guardian of the Globe member. You got her first skill, Strength in Numbers. Duplicate stuns her target 3.5 seconds and creates 3 copies of herself. The copies attack dealing 120 damage, and that's when you're fighting multiple Duplicate. That becomes an army, dude. I'm telling you, man. Second skill, got your back. Enemies targeting the Guardians of the Globe allies receive 5% extra damage from Duplicate and her copies. Not a bad skill. You yourself and die. Woo. That's cold, man. Once every 10 seconds, Duplicate creates 1 copy of herself. This copy has 75% of her stats and targets the enemy with the least HP. Once the copy dies, the original Duplicate heals 5% of her damage HP. Only 1 copy can be alive at once. Not bad. That's Duplicate. That's that homegirl. She's right there. Now we're going to move on to another criminal, the Flaxen Leader. I believe you stay in the same tier as last time. Yeah. Tier B. That's you. You already know. Flaxen Leader. Another food. With his 3 skill, Crushing Blow. He smashes the ground. 350 damage. Over time, attack deals 110 of his base damage per second. Not bad. Second skill, Invading Force. When fighting against humans, Flaxen Leader increases all the obtained resources by 5%. That means this is a tricky skill for people that don't understand what they mean when fighting against humans. The Flaxen Leader increases all of his obtained resources. That means when he's looking at everybody's abilities, for example, let's say Invincible. When he's looking at Invincible's third skill, which is one of his best skills, man, that skill is amazing. Inner Virtuemite. He will double up his stats. That's what that means. When he's fighting against humans, and Invincible happens to be a human. So that's how that works. Flaxen Armor. When the Flaxen Leader HP goes below 40%, he recovers 10% of it and increased own defense by 20 for 5 seconds. The ability has a cooldown of 18 seconds. That's your boy, the Flaxen Leader, the man that the alien that just keep coming back and back and back for more. So we're gonna go to the Mother Twins here. I'm gonna put both of them. Yeah, I'm gonna break down the original one. They're always complaining about that. That's the Mother Twins. And the first skill, Overload. Mother Twins shoot a big rocket at his target, dealing 300 base damage and applying burn, dealing 50% base damage per second over 5 seconds. That's a good skill, man. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a good skill. That's a good skill. Making them work together. Maybe I'll change my mind about them and maybe just take it to tier A, but for now, they just stay the same, man. They're too slow for me. Even though they're ranged unit, they just... I mean, it's just, like... We don't have enough elite criminals. We only got these 3 guys who are elite along with Titans. So that's maybe what I keep saying that. Genetic power increase the team energy by attack by 4% for each model on the team. That means you have a multiple model. Even great for you. I should try that. I should try maybe a whole team of these guys. I don't know. Frozen Bullet. The Mother Twin seals random targets and shoots at his position back and forth, and with Frozen Bullet dealing 120% base damage and applying at 3 seconds silence to all the hit enemies. That's awesome. Final skill, Get Out. As an enemy at melee range does a range area effect attack in front of him, dealing 100%, which is not bad. That's where you stand. Stand right here, and your brother is coming up. Sorry about that. Your brother is just coming up. It's right here. I call them brother because they are brothers. They are brothers, man. His brother is just same thing with him, man. Mother Twin, the original of clones. I love when they say that, man. First skill, Battering Ram. The Mother Twin targets a random enemy and dash towards them, pushing the annoying way, pushing anyone in the way. When he reaches the target, he applies 1 second and stun, deal 350. Not bad. Second skill, Dynamic Duel. Increase the team physical attack by 4% for each Mother Twin, which is also a skill that they both feed off. The more Mother Twins you have, the better. Self-improvement. The Mother Twins empower his attack, which increase the damage of his next 2 hits. These hits result in 150 base damage each, and the last enemy to be hit gets pushed back. The ability has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Last ability, Healing Genes. When the Mother Twins HP reaches 20%, he bounces back 50% of the damage, receiving 5 seconds. The ability has a cooldown of 10 seconds. You guys are just gonna stay there for me, man. Mother Twins, you're staying there. Who's also this is gonna shock everybody. Right here. It's my opinion, by the way. Green Ghost. Yep, I know. She's going right there, man. The reason why Green Ghost goes right there, she dies too quick, man. That's all. Untouchable. Green Ghost flies fast through the battle, pasting through the 2 enemies with the most buff and deals 150 damage with 25 life leech. She stuns them for 4 seconds while using the ability. She becomes invisible and immune, and then returns to the battlefield. By the time you try to hit that, well, that's early game. So again, but my problem with her is ranged units will destroy her quickly. Guys like the Mother Twin from range, because she just dies quickly, man. That's all. I have used her on my free-to-play second account. I had her from the beginning. I have tested her in higher ranks like legendary and omnipotent. Yes, she's good, but to me, she just dies too fast. I got friends who have her at the highest rank. I cannot play it, stream on his account. I cannot use his phone because that's personal stuff. But I seen her at work, And then she got a hide and heal. Green goes teleport the next an ally with HP 30% and makes them invincible for 3 seconds. In addition, she applies 5% of her own max HP, healing them over time. The ability has a cooldown of... Yeah, man. Can't see me. When green goes HP is below 20%, she becomes invincible for 3 seconds, boosting her ability charge by 20%. The ability has a cooldown of 20 seconds. That's her last ability, meaning you will have to unlock that when you are Epic Plus. So she's right there. She was an A tier, but I've been using her a lot, and that's all. Somebody who's coming right here is also Black Sansom. Right here. An early, you get this unit early. He's a defender. And he's just not, I would say his best skill is give me some boom. Black Sansom unleashes his inner power via a strong explosion of energy, generating 10% bounce back shield for 5 seconds. This punches the enemy, dealing 350% base damage and taunting them for 5 seconds. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Inner dimensional defense, his second skill when fighting against Flaxen. Black Sansom reduces his received damage by 5% by Flaxen, meaning the Flaxen leader and the Flaxen soldiers. That's what they mean by that skill, inner dimension. That skill can't keep me down. When Black Sansom HP goes below 30%, he starts regenerating himself by 2% of his max HP for every 4 seconds. Black Sansom, there you have it. B tier, boy. Somebody else who belongs in here, let me see. Oh yeah. That's the fake Batman, you know, Darkwind. Same thing. 3 skills: target practice, vengeance, on roll. He's this unit. That's all he is, you know. Early game usage, and food for Omi Man and for Invincible, Earth's Defender, and for who else? For War Woman, for Red Rush, for Adam Eve. Earth's Defender. She's food for green ghosts too. If you want to level up, do keep in mind this is my tier list based on my gameplay. Just keep that in mind. Alright, don't go crazy saying I disagree, I don't agree. Keep that in mind. Let's go moving up the scale. We will go with Monster Girl. Monster Girl was there last time and she's there here. My problem with Monster Girl, even though her key is not bad, it's just that she's too slow, man. When you're fighting guys like Red Rush, you're done. Monster Girl first skill is beautiful. Monster Girl stomps the ground, dealing 120% AoE damage around her, stunning any grounded enemies within 0.25 seconds. She then punches the enemy in front of her, punching them back while dealing another 190 damage with an additional life leech of 11%. Yes, life leech is very important, but my problem with this tank of a defender is that he's too slow. She's too slow. Then you got Scary Protector. Monster Girl increases the defense of the Guardians of the Globe allies by 5.5 HP, meaning if you have a full team of Guardians of the Globe, you're going to be rocking with that skill. Third skill, extra bit of monster. Monster Girl gets a permanent attack boost equals to a 10% of her current HP. Not bad. Then you got the last one, bring the guard down. Monster Girl dispel enemies' shields with her basic attack, and instead of receiving shields, she receives a healing effect equals to 65 of the shield's value. Good stuff, but you just got it. Forget about it. Okay, forget about it. You just don't cut it, man. Okay. And yes, this guy is still here, man. This guy that I'm about to bring in here, Rex. Rex is still here. Rex is an awesome unit. Believe it or not. He's an awesome range attacker. He's an awesome range attacker, especially early game. Early game, mid game, you could still use him. I'm telling you. He's underrated, man. Not gonna lie to you guys. Red explosion. Red explodes through a bomb, generating a big area of effects, exploding, dealing 90% damage to all enemies. You see that? To all the enemies are gonna get that, meaning the 5 members of your enemy team, they're all gonna get hit by that. The enemy hit gets burned, receiving 130 of base damage for 3 seconds cooldown. 15 seconds. That is an awesome skill. Right back at ya, buddy. Wreck Explode increases the hit team critical chance by 5% when fighting against Flaxen. Then again, Flaxens are the Flaxen leader and the Flaxen soldiers. Fighting them, he's going to get a critical chance by 5%. That's awesome. Last skill, Cherry Boom on top. When an enemy receives a critical strike, Wreck Explode throws a bomb that deals 20% base damage and burns them, dealing 10 of extra base damage for 5 seconds. That's pretty good, man. That will be his last skill at exceptional plus. So he's right there, man. I'm not gonna lie. Then you got somebody else. You got War Woman. I have used her also. War Woman is 8. Many people, like I said, do keep in mind, you don't have to agree with this tier list. This is based on my gameplay, my tier list. I've been playing this game since it released. I did not play the beta, but I have played a lot. Different accounts too. Accounts that are stronger than mine, believe me. The War Rage increases her team attack 1% for each original Guardian of the Globe. That's the second one. The first one is the Hurricane. War Woman targets a random enemy and spins towards them, dealing 250 base damage per second for 2 seconds. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. For Fog of War, when War Woman receives a critical hit, she gets a 10% life leech and 5% attack damage for the next 3 seconds. Very good. Cost of retreat. War Woman last hit pushes back all of the surrounding enemies and deal 20% more damage. Not bad. She's still there for me. Somebody else who's going here, who's going on the A tier, was S tier, is this guy. Hold up. Sorry about that. Yep. It's Bulletproof. Bulletproof. Push it real good. Every time I read that, man, that's funny, man. Push it real good. Bulletproof pushes the enemy front all 3 times and moves forward. The target deals damage using 350 of attack. That's not bad. And you got pain absorption. If there's any human on the team, Bulletproof decreases the damage received from range enemies by 5%, meaning immortal, Invincible is beautiful. Even though he's half Vulturemite, he's still a human. Duplicate, Black Sansom, Darkwind. I don't know why it keeps. I'm just gonna call this guy the fake Batman, Darkwind. So yeah, Black Sandstorm is just. Bulletproof. He's just there. Nothing. Keep it up the moment. After performing 7 critical strikes, Bulletproof increased self-attack by 17% during 3 seconds and becomes immune during 3 seconds. That's not bad. Immovable. That's his last skill. Bulletproof is immune to push and pull effect. Increased critical chance 50% during 3 seconds when an enemy tries to apply this effect. This guy is not current meta, and he's just there. He went from S to A because he's just dying, man. He's dying on me. That's why he's there. He dies quickly, late game. Some of his skills you can't even pull them off, so that's why he's there. We're gonna go to the next one. Red Rush. Another character who got demoted. Boy, Red Rush. Annoying Red Rush. The funny thing about Red Rush, when we fight against him, he's annoying. When we stay on our team, he dies fast. Wind Tunnel. Red Rush blocks and surrounds his target by running super fast around them, dealing 200 in base damage for 2.5 seconds. The target is silent for 3 seconds. That first skill is really annoying. Second skill, Speed Assistant. Red Rush increases team critical damage by 10% when fighting against Vulturemite. There's only currently 2 Vulturemites in this game, and that is Immortal and Immortal. What am I talking about? You hate Vulturemites, as a matter of fact. Is Omni-Man and Invincible. And if they add those 3 Vulturemite soldiers, that would be awesome. Just imagine that, guys. Speed Demon. Once every 15 seconds, Red Rush swamps his positioning with the furthest enemy, stunning them for 3 seconds and reducing their physical resistance by 90% for 3 seconds. This skill is also very annoying. And his last skill, Tornado Time, when an ally is below 20% HP, Red Rush grants them invisibility stunts for 3 seconds. You might be saying, wow, but he was an S tier on your last tier list. But the problem with him, in order for me to pull those skills up, he dies quick. He dies, he just dies for me. This is my personal tier list, man. Based on my play style and what I have played in the game so far. He stays right there. Somebody else who's not a bad supporter, but lasts more than Robot. But what makes up for that is that Robot is a healer, man. And that is Adam Eve. Adam Eve, I still play Adam Eve to this day in both of my accounts. Still play her. The protection Adam Eve casts a shield equals to 5% of her HP and 2 allies with the least HP and herself lasting 5 seconds. This skill is clutch, man, but sometimes you could only pull that off one time because she just dies, man. And if you put her, sometimes you could put her on the back lines. When you put her in the front, it works in your rotation, depending on what characters you're using. If you're using the current meta, but she's just doesn't last long. Like late game, she just goes. Blowback: when fighting with any member of team, the team shield bounces back 5% of the damage. That means when you fight next to Invincible and stuff like that. Strength through shielding: when an ally receives a shield, heals. When the 5% of enemy HP max increase the shield value by 5%, the final shield value cannot exceed 20% of enemy max HP. The cooldown is very active. That one is good, but guess what? Once you try to pull that skill, once it's supposed to work, she'll be dead already. That skill is very tricky, man. Hurt and heal: Adam Eve throws one projectile to a random target. If the projectile hits an enemy, deals 150 of the base damage. If it hit an ally, it heals 3% of base damage. Then the ability triggers once every 30 seconds. Not bad. Well, there's one member who will go over here, and that is Titan. Last member here. And I'm using him. I have used him also on my friend's account, Omnipotent. I also have him ranked up all the way to Exceptional Plus, about to be epic. Great tank, but slow. First skill: bring it on. Titan targets with the highest damage. Titan targets the enemy with the highest damage and jumps to their position, creating an impact of deal 300 damage. That's good, especially when you're fighting a boss like Battle Beast, when you're fighting Omi Man at those stages. When you face those bosses, that skill is very good. Salt in the Wound: Titan reduce the enemy healing effect by 5% when fighting against Guardians of the Glow. That means those healers are gonna be screwed. Then you got the third one, Earthquake. Titan smashes the ground from him, dealing 120 base damage and stunning all hit enemies for 1 second. The ability has a cooldown of 13 seconds. That is it. And my boy, Immortal. Let me see what we got. We got the last ones. This is another one. This will be the last inductee here, and that's Robot. Robot is the best defender in the game, but the only problem is also dies too quick. Robot sometimes dies more quicker than the homegirl, Adam Eve, and I wish I had. I don't have it in my account, but my friend has. Let me go back and look at my notes right here. My friend has that artifact, the Med Key. That artifact increase Wielder's healing effect by 7%. Even with all that, and his skill, his first skill is aerial hovering above the round. Robot unleashes a massive energy field that covers the entity of the battlefield that heals allies by 10% of Robot's max HP, and Debuff all enemies, reducing their defense by 5%, 5 seconds. Meaning 17%, adding the other 7% from that mech key artifact is still, you know, like, he's still a good unit. He's still the best supporter in the game, but he just dies more quickly, you know. Recharge every 50 seconds, create a healing area around him that heals maximum of 50% of his max HP for 5 seconds. He stays right here, and we're gonna go to the X tier. Immortal, you already know, that's my homie. Not because he's my homie, he's just the best freaking defender in the game, hands down, the best, even better than Alan. I said it. Just look at this skill that he has. Let me look at my notes, because I too many things on my head. That third skill that he has, staying alive when immortal HP reaches 9%, he becomes immune for 5 seconds. The ability has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Him working with Invincible in my team, those guys are freaking nearly indestructible when they both trigger those skills. The inner vertimite and stay alive. They have a shield around them, and they're basically immune for 5 seconds. That's awesome. And I'm currently stuck. I'm fighting 5 immortals at one time. Just imagine how annoying I feel right now. And then you got Invincible. I was just talking about him with his third skill, the inner vertimite. This guy is a clutch. That third skill is a freaking clutch. I have mine's an epic already, but my friend has him on legendary, and he's almost at a Mipithin, and this character is freaking insane, man. I'm gonna say it right now. He's one of the best attackers in the game. He's a freaking animal. Just straight up animal. For the big guy, triggered at the beginning of the battle. For every 15 seconds, Invincible increases attack by 5%. Let alone with that artifact, that's his last skill that he has. You unlock his last skills at Epic Plus. Let alone the passive ability that he has of the body enhancement. Increase critical chance by 6% for each agent in your team. That's incredible, man. That's his artifact. That guy is freaking beast. Then you got his dad made. Just messing around. Omi Man, another great guy. But Omi Man, I think Omi Man benefits more, even though I put the burger on Immortal, but the burger benefits more on Omi Man, because what the burger does is, mine is currently level 2, the burger passive ability. When the hero HP drops below 20%, he heals all allies by 20% and increase their attack by 3% for 5 seconds cooldown. So Omi Man on front line sometimes takes a lot of damage. You put him on the back, but with this artifact, you could just use a little more HP to furthermore his endurance in combat. So with that artifact, he works better. I've done it. I tested, and boom. And then you got Alan, another beast of a freaking defender, an awesome defender. One of his best skills. Will be Evolution. When Alan is below 10, he receives 20% attack increase and 20% in defense increase for 5 seconds. That is his last skill, one of his best skills. Also, the first one is pretty good too. Space Sovereign. Alan grabs a giant rock from space and throws it at the further enemy, dealing 600% of Alan's defense as in area damage, stunning all the affected enemies for 2 seconds. What a damn skill. And then the homie, who could possibly top Invincible as best striker, the freaking beast himself, Battle Beast. So everybody was asking about him. Is he S tier? Absolutely, and freaking animal. I mean, right now I only have him at Elite Plus, working to get him a session. I'm very close. I got 3 copies of him. Homeboy has 63.22k attack already. I saw my friend. I haven't played him with my friend's account. I think my friend has him on legendary, because he's a big freaking whale who cannot resist himself. He's about to go to Seismic, but this beast numbers are ridiculously strong. His first skill, Claws Out. Battle Beast puts his mace away and starts to attack his target with his claws for the next to attack. With an 100% critical chance when hitting the enemy, he consumes all the target wounds, healing 6% of max HP for each wound. Cooldown 15 seconds. A great skill, brothers, in battle. When fighting against Viltrumite, that would mean fighting against Invincible and Omi, man. Battle Beasts add 5% leash to the whole team. You know how cool that freaking skill is to the whole team. The second one is Bring the Pain. Battle Beast basic attack applies wound for 5 seconds. We deal 100% base damage per second and cannot be stacked up to 3 times. And his last and final skill, Worthy Opponent. When the target HP is at 75% or higher, Battle Beast increases his damage by 40% but is hit by 50% of the damage done. So Battle Beast is currently, I'm gonna say it right now, it's currently the new meta. This is an absolute tank of an attacker. You could just work with him. My plan is to have Omi Man, Invincible, Battle Beast. Look at that. Immortal, Invincible, Omi Man, Battle Beast, Allen. I'm currently trying that team out. That team could be meta. I'm not gonna lie. There's no healers there, but we just need more characters from Wars Beyond. But I'm trying some stuff because Battle Beast is a freaking savage. That's all I could say. So anyways, guys, this was my tier list based on my gameplay. I hope you guys let me know your thoughts and comments. Who should belongs in the tier, who does not belong. Just let me know. Keep in mind, this is my own tier list. This is the updated tier list version. So guys, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys drop a comment, join my Discord. Let's keep the conversation going. This was your boy reporting from the asylum with yet another tier list on Invincible guarding the globe. PvPeace 1.